Hey guys, welcome to another episode here on Fitness, Food, and Finance, where we are trying to help you lay a firm foundation so that you can live a good life now as well as when you're older. Hey, so you can hear us on the podcast. Just go to Fitness, Food, and Finance. You'll find us, or go on YouTube at Andy McCann42, and we talk about all these things. If you go to their YouTube, you're going to see a lot of other stuff. We just did a new chicken run, so you can watch some videos on that. The kids helped me out, but we do put the podcast there and then strip the audio out, so it's video and audio. Anyway, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is Crohn's Part 3 and Lion Diet 11 weeks. So we're going to kind of go down that route and give you guys some information on resources that you may not have ever considered. So I love following rules. I should have been British. If there was a line, I would go stand in it. I would queue up. That's just what I do. But I also like being efficient, and I like also finding answers and solving things, which I know my daughters are like, please stop trying to solve me. So yeah, I know, I get it. Now I just say that girl's crazy or that girl's jealous of you. But there is some real wisdom in challenging the status quo and challenging ideas, and I'm going to give you some pieces of that. Okay, so first, Crohn's update. Evan's actually home for this weekend. We went to Jubilee Church this morning, and he's like, he's been eating a lot. So the update goes like this. First thing, he is using the gut health solution. So it's gutsolution.ca. And this guy, Josh Detch, he has made it his mission to help people through bowel issues, one of them being Crohn's, irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, whatever, and similar. So Evan has been using him. It is expensive, but it's an expert, a mentor, to walk him down this avenue, this journey that none of us have been on. Now, I'm trying to go food-wise with Evan, so instead of us one data point, we have two data points. So I'm going to kind of walk through where he's at. So Crohn's Part 3, he was supposed to be on this podcast with me, but he's taking a nap before he goes back to UGA, so I'm going to let him sleep. I got some steaks on the air fryer right now. We'll eat in about 30 minutes. Anyway, so as with anything, as you go through a problem, you forget where you were, and you don't remember the journey that you've already been on. This happens in the gym all the time. People are like, I don't know if I'm getting fitter. I'm like, let's just look at the numbers. Do you track and log yourself? Like, yes, I do. I'm like, well, let's look. And we can totally see it. So we are making some changes in the gym too to get you guys more opportunity to do some extra credit lifting, as well as repeat some more workouts. So I'm going to edit some things out, even though it's not in the CrossFit affiliate program. I want us to repeat some more workouts. Anyway, so Josh Detch. Evan's got a conference call that he is on, I think it's twice a week, maybe once a week, and they go through, it's a group scenario, and they go through, what people are doing and how they're on it. So it's a good community of like-minded people, those that want to be on a healthy journey, maybe away from the use of drugs for this, and diet and nutrition and so forth. Anyway, first thing, when he came home, he's like, I am in constant pain. So I'm like, well, are you in pain now? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, remember that we've already solved one thing, pain. Are you losing weight? No, but I'd like to gain weight. I'm like, all right, let's look at what you're eating. So when he came back, I cooked for him, and he's like, okay, I'm not eating enough. If this is what you eat, I'm not eating enough. And I think he was doing like 2,100 calories. For a 6-foot man, that's not like gaining weight mode. That's losing weight mode. So I think when I did my study with Levi using My Net Diary, it said I should be eating like 2,500 calories, and that would have me losing like a quarter pound every week. And I wasn't even trying to, or maybe every month. I was trying not to lose weight, but for them, it's either got to be up or down. You can't just stay solid. Right now, I'm eating like 4,000 calories a day. I finally measured it because Evan was home. So actually make a note of that. I'll come back to it, and we'll talk about 4,000 calories and some of the things I just don't believe to be true. So if I'm eating 4,000 calories of basically meat, actually I can pull that up since I did it on My Net Diary, but it's basically meat and fat. Shouldn't I be getting fat? And I'm not. I've dropped weight. Well, should I be unhealthy? Well, we'll see. I feel like I'm still okay, but I got a doctor's appointment. We're going to do all the blood work and stuff. And it's is it this week? It's this week, Tuesday. Yeah, so I'll get some information, I guess probably a week after that. I'm going to order up as many panels as I can because I hate going back in to do that thing. Okay, so his problem of hurting, that's gone. The problem of crapping all the time, that's gone. The problem of wiping his ass so much it hurts, that's gone. Thank you, bidet. But also, he's not go in the bathroom as much. So we didn't realize that we'd have to take so many foods out, and that's where we ended up on this lion diet or kind of carnivore diet. But the idea is if you take food that is low inflammatory but high in nutrients, your insides have to work less. So I will say that if I'm eating 4,000 calories of protein and fat, I'm probably only like using the bathroom maybe 500 calories worth of like food coming out. I'm just not using the bathroom that much. It all looks normal. Everything's fine. I just don't go to the bathroom that much. So your body's using all of that. That makes me think, what the hell was I eating before? Why would I eat all this other stuff that didn't do anything? So I'm eating way more. I'm losing weight. I'm actually now about 155 and I've been staying there the whole time, or maybe 158. And I'm enjoying it. I feel good. I don't have any really aches or pains. Actually, I do have one in my neck right now. I think I caught a thruster in Fran, a bit too aggressive. And I don't think I broke my collarbone, but there is something there that makes me feel like, dude, why'd you do that? And I was trying to go slow on purpose. Not slow, but medium-ish. We had a good time. It was 6 minutes, but I think I still caught the bar a little bit too aggressive. Anyway, so his pain is gone, mostly gone. So it's only every once in a while. He doesn't go to the bathroom all that much, and you know the backside's doing better. His lower back is still hurting, so we're not sure what that is. And his emotional outlook is better. So you have to. I mean, that's a big part of what Josh's group does, is to help. I mean, anybody that comes together with a problem, you're going to feel better as you talk to people and realize you're not alone. And let me tell you guys this. You are not alone. We had a member that his father had a stroke, and he said, I'm out. I got to go take care of that. I was like, what can I do to help? You guys are never alone. When you're part of this gym, you're part of the family. If I can help, I will help. You just sometimes have to let me know that I need to help. So whether it's taking care of a dog, I'm not very good with the emotional stuff. So if you need like to talk, I will listen and I'll just say that bitch is crazy. But if you need things done, I'm very good at that. So mowing, edging, leaf blowing, painting, lifting and hauling. I'm good at those things. I'm good on the physical stuff. Or if you want to play some board games, we're going to try to get that going. Matter of fact, this Monday, hopefully I'll get this podcast posted early morning Monday, but Reformation Brewery has a 5 p.m. board game night. I'm going to go hit it and see what it's like and try to get that started with us. To have it going at least by 2025, we'll have a good system in place. Okay, so what is he solving for now? He's solving for, I need to gain weight. So Evan comes back, and you guys know we're on this, basically doing this lion-ish diet. So the whole idea that Michaela Peterson came up with, and it's not her thing, she just called it the lion diet because the other names are stupid, so this just sounds better. But the idea is you eat ruminant meat, salt, and water. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee, and I do eat goat cheese, which says we're not now on the lion diet. That's totally fine. I don't really care what it's called. I just know that this stuff works. I'm eating, let me pull up this is my net diary. So let's see, this was Saturday? Friday I tracked. Because I knew what I ate, roughly. I put it in there, and it said that my budget calorie, this is from when I did it with Levi, is 2,500. And where's my total calorie? Why doesn't it show that? Please update your target date. I don't have a target date. Let me do this real quick and see if it'll give me my total calorie. Well, I guess I can just do math on the side. So I ate 4,200. I ate 4,200 calories on Friday. So then I tracked with a scale on Saturday because Evan came home, and I ate 4,100 calories. So that is a lot of calories. That's all meat and protein. So I think Donovan said, yeah, but I want to see what you ate. So here's a good breakdown on the profile. So actually, I haven't actually looked at this for myself yet. This is good. I was trying to look on the app on the phone, which does not show as many things. So this is kind of cool. I've got breakfast, lunch, and dinner pulled up from yesterday, and let's see, look at that, for eating meat with a lot of salt on it. I guess I didn't write down how much salt I was having, but salt's pretty low, which I'm intaking a lot more salt these days. This is funny. He still gave me a grade A. Oh, that was for water. I see what they're doing. So they're calling 4 organic eggs is a D, like bad job, and all the beef and all the goat cheese, bad job. So saturated fat, my total saturated fat was 40. My total trans fat was 2. That's interesting. I guess that's coming from ground beef. And fiber, 0. Sugars, 2, that's interesting, the goat cheese has some sugar built in, no added sugar. So my carb intake was 2, and my protein was 106, and my fat was 85. For lunch, my carb intake was 0, because it was just 2 New York strips. My protein intake was 131 grams, and my fat was 120 or 112 grams. Sodium went up, and let's see, dinner, basically it was my breakfast repeat. So 1 carb. What is that carb from? Oh, the goat cheese. Okay. So yes, you could say I'm in a keto state, I suppose. I don't really feel any different. Now the working out actually feels okay. I just had to get used to burning fat rather than any carbs I had inside of me. And you guys know I didn't eat much. Evan's doing this same thing, but he wasn't eating as much. He was doing 2,100 calories, which for a 6-foot guy says you're going to lose weight. So now we talk about it and say, what problem are you solving? And I had somebody reach out and say, dude, if you eat that much meat, you're going to get gout. I'm like, look, here's the thing. The problem we are solving is Evan is losing weight day after day, and he is going to die by weight loss. You can't lose weight all the time without dying. If you keep losing weight, eventually you die. And so we're solving that problem. How can we stop him from losing weight? Nothing he ate was working because he would crap it out or throw it up. So that's another one. Am I throwing up anymore? No, we solved that one. No more throw ups, which he forgets about. I need to remind him of that one. So we've made progress. It just doesn't feel like awesome progress because he still can only eat like 6 things. So we're solving the problem of he's now stable in his weight, and we want to add some weight. So we're going to add more calories. Yes, he may get gout. You know what? Screw it. Who cares? I'd rather have a son with gout than a son that dies because he's lost too much weight. Someone else said he may get high blood pressure. Who gives a shit? I would love to have a living son with high blood pressure than a dead son because he lost too much weight. So thank you for caring on those things. Remember the problems you solve. Many of you guys come to the gym, you're like, well, I want to lose weight and gain muscle. Well, damn it. Those don't go together. Muscle weighs more. Unless you're extremely fat, it's not going to work out that way. You need to change your perspectives and decide what you want to solve. I want to solve for being fat. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, you might actually gain weight because you're gaining muscle, and that's great. How does your clothes fit? Let's go for that measurement, right? Or I want to gain muscle. Like, great. What type? I want to be like a huge bodybuilder like Schwarzenegger. I'm like, okay, he spent 8 hours a day in the gym. Can you do that? No. Well, then you can't get that. You could be athletic, but you're never going to be like that. Would you like to take testosterone or steroids and stuff? No. Okay, well, then you're not going to get that, especially being 50. I can make you harder to kill, for damn sure. But as Brady had a good comment, he's like, so I probably should adjust my diet now, shouldn't I? I'm like, yeah, I mean, he's like, all this would work better if I adjusted my diet. No. CrossFit works no matter what. If he wanted to climb Stone Mountain right now with a baby on his back, he could do it. But his abs are hidden through a layer of sugar, which is fat around the belly. Everyone has that. If you adjust your diet some, it's going to show off. Your diet doesn't necessarily make any of this work better, but it is the fuel for your body. So, I mean, you could be doing dumb stuff or you could be doing smart stuff. So why not do the smart thing? Okay. The other idea on here is the carnivore diet. That's probably more of what we're doing. It's just basically not eating many like other stuff. So it's a diet high in protein, and it's meat, eggs, and some dairy. So we eat goat cheese because it does not have the A1 protein. It has the A2 casing or whatever it is, but it's just supposed to be easier to digest. What I typically do for breakfast is I have already pre-browned some meat, and I put it in little 1-pound bags. I put that in the pan. I let it kind of fry up with some butter or some bacon. We do beef bacon, so beef bacon fat. And then I throw 4 eggs on top. And when they get like mostly cooked, I put them in a bowl and mix it all around with a very healthy dosing of goat cheese. It would look like, man, how much? It's like a golf ball size of goat cheese. And I eat that for breakfast. For dinner, I do the exact same thing, just no goat cheese. And I'll probably start adding it back in since it's looking good for fat. Also, it satiates a little bit better. So I maybe reduce the calorie count. I don't think I really need 4,000 calories. It's just what I was making. So I'll probably go to 3 eggs and not as much goat cheese. And I was eating 2 New York strips. I'll probably try to see like what 1 feels like, and we'll see how that goes. Right now I got 3 cooking. Maybe do 1.5 for me and Evan, but anyway, so we're probably more on this carnivore side, which is fine. The whole idea is we're eliminating foods for him. I'm just following along. I don't really need to do this, but I am fascinated and I like it. But we're eliminating foods that his body is just having a hard time processing. Why is his body having a hard time processing? Who the hell knows? who knows? He is not interested in taking the biologic, which is a fancy name for a drug that actually changes your DNA in your stomach, where they said it masks all the symptoms. It doesn't really heal you, but you can live a normal life and eat stupid shit. But we also might have to cut your colon out. And he's like, how about I just give a diet change, like a whole lifestyle change, a try? And they're like, well, most people can't do that because they're too lazy. He's like, all right, well, I am unusual. And he is. He is very dedicated to things he wants to do. Yes, it's a bit of a struggle only eating those things, but he's making it work. And I'm doing it along with him. Weirdly, I'm not struggling with it. It's probably because I already got sugar and carbs, bread and stuff out of my taste buds. But also, I'm doing it because I want to support him, not because I have to, which I think that's a big thing. If you say I'm doing a thing because I want to, it usually is much easier than I have to, right? Okay, so his Crohn's diet, he is still weak-ish, and he is still light on weight. I think he weighs about 128 or 130, and we know now that he needs to increase what he's eating and he needs to make it a little bit more fun. I think that fun's going to be add some goat cheese to it, or add more salt to his eating, or possibly go get a grill, put it on the tiny little balcony, and grill his steak rather than always put it through the air fryer. So we're not sure, but we know he needs to eat more calories. All right. So that's one thing. Other thing for me, so it's 11 weeks and him on the lion-ish diet. Man, I feel really good. I did just calorie count it, and it comes up to 4,000 calories a day. So I'm going to kind of taper that back a tiny bit and see what happens. I'm feeling good in the gym. You would think with all this fat and protein, I would be like super muscle bound, but I don't know. I did have a couple people say, hey, look, you have abs. I've always had those, but they're just hiding under even the little bit of carbs and fat or carbs and sugar that I did have. They were hiding under that. So I'm sure my body fat percentage has dropped a bit. And it's weird. The math doesn't make sense. I'm eating 4,000, can you see that right there? 4,000 calories. And that should say I should be one heck of a fat ass, and I'm not. So the math doesn't make sense. Okay, I know I was just ranting, and that was a long pause for me. A short pause for you. Evan came downstairs and we did some lunch, just, York strips, and then he's going to be taking off shortly. But in the meantime, I had a text from a buddy who saw one of the posts, and he's like, hey, all that meat can kill you. I'm like, well, I mean, maybe. I don't know. We're going to find out. It seems that the stuff they tell us is not necessarily always accurate, which, I mean, that's true. It's always, we're figuring stuff out. But I like this. He said, hey, this is what ChatGPT said when I told it I was eating an all-meat diet. So I'm just going to go through this because I think it's interesting. And while I do like ChatGPT, I think most people would probably say the same things, and I can easily debunk it. So maybe not all of them. Or I'll give a maybe if I think it's somewhat, possible or true or whatever, right? So the first one was, what are the problems that are going to come up if you do this particular type of diet? It says heart disease, diets rich in saturated fats, which if you look at this, the graph that I've got 40 grams of saturated fat. I guess I need to look up like how much is too much saturated fat. So how would I do that? Let me pause you and go look that up real quick. Okay, so they're saying about 30 grams of saturated fat for men. So when I go back and look, so I got 40 grams for breakfast and then 40, so I'm getting about 100 grams a day. So I would say that I'm over the number they want. Now, the real question is that it can raise your LDL cholesterol level, contributing to cardiovascular disease such as heart attacks and strokes. Okay, so you have to have cholesterol. This is stuff they don't really tell you. So there's HDL and LDL, but you have to have cholesterol. If you actually had zero cholesterol, your brain wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to transport many of the minerals and vitamins and other things, and you would basically just die. So you have to have cholesterol. So they do a ratio, and you think LDL is the better one. So what are they actually looking for? When you go and do this blood test, I get reported every time, hey, your LDL is high. And I have them do the secondary test, which is where they actually look at the formation of cholesterol in your blood and see what it looks like. Is it, and let me pull that up. I forgot what the bad and good is. Let me see. I can't find it easily, but LDL, so that's the bad cholesterol. HDL is good, so they say, right? So that's the norms they typically put on there, but it's really a ratio that you're looking at. Anyway, there's some sort of shape when they measure it, they actually look for a secondary thing. So I don't know. I'm just going to say, okay, maybe for that one. For heart disease, I'm going to give it a maybe. I don't know. Obesity. I'm going to go with a solid no on this because I'm eating apparently 4,000 calories a day and I dropped weight. So I'm going to go with a solid no on chat's number 2, right? Number 3, digestion issues. Well, this is exactly why we're doing it. And Evan actually has digestive issues with all the other foods, but he can digest this. So I'm going to go with a solid no on that. Risk of cancer. I'm going to go with a no on it because you enter ketosis and ketones are better for preventing cancer. Plus, I'm not eating sugar, and sugar is what cancer uses to live on. So I'm going to say no. So I think possibly what he didn't put in there is I'm only eating this versus I eat a lot of this, right? So I'm not eating the normal stuff and then just a lot more meat. I'm basically only eating meat, right? Nutrient imbalance. Yeah, I could go with that. There could be a nutritive or my nutrition is off. I'm not getting some things I need. I don't know. It's been 10 weeks or this is 11th week and I'm working out okay. So I don't know. That could be true. Kidney damage. Maybe. I don't know the answer to that one. I don't know what your kidney would need to do to break down meat and process that. So how much protein is it processing? I don't know. I've heard people say, well, that's where your pancreas starts to take over and do a thing. I don't know that either. So I'm going to give that one as a, yeah, it could be a maybe. I don't know. And then number 7 was increased inflammation. So no to that. This is like non-inflammation diet. So Evan actually has stuff wrong and he's doing this and all the inflammation markers have gone down. So I would say no. Anyway, I do love that I have friends that care and, he making sure, I got him to do CrossFit so he doesn't die and he's making sure I'm not eating like a stupid death row inmate. Anyway, so far so good. Would I recommend this for everybody? Man, I don't know. I think this is really hard to do because you've eliminated so many things. I think your reasons have to be there. So Evan has a tough time with it because his reasons are he has to. I think I have an easier time with it. 1, because I want to do it with him, so it's a different reason. And then 2, I was already off of sugar and grains, and those are the things that are kind of pushing his buttons a whole lot more. Okay, let me see if there's anyone else to tell you about the carnivore and the Crohn's. Part 3, carnivore or lion diet week 11, so those 2 things. No, I think that's it. I do want to throw this right here in the middle. If you are a lead, so you've been around us for a while but never come in, this is the time to come in. So we're going to do a trial Fridays. So Friday, the 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Anybody that wants to come in and try a class, those are the times to come. Typically Friday p.m. is light just because it's the end of the week. So we have the opportunity to open that up to you. So if you're interested in coming and checking us out, Friday afternoon classes would be the way to go. Make sure you contact me first. On that, the other bit I want to kind of throw in back in the original track is some things for you to just blow your mind. So there's this guy somebody turned me on to. I don't remember who. One of you in the gym, or maybe it was my wife. I don't know. But there's this guy, Del Bigtree, who runs a podcast and a channel or whatever website, The Highwire, and ICANN. And the Highwire, I'm not exactly sure the differences between them, but ICANN and the Highwire is his 2 groups. ICANN stands for Informed Consent Action Network. And so essentially what he does, and this is mind-blowing. Go listen to his podcast. You guys are going to be like, what in the hell? That can't be true. So if his stuff is false, then he should probably be in jail or be sued. But here's what happens. They do a FOIA, it's Freedom of Information Act, and they request the government to give them the information on whatever it is they've asked for, right? So if you remember, they said, hey, they're going to seal away some of those shot documents for 175 years, or maybe it was 75 years, or whatever it was a long time. And he said, no, we're going to sue you and get those out sooner. So this is the group that does that. They've also done some very interesting other lawsuits and said, we want freedom of information. Give us the emails and information and let us read through them. And so he has gotten people on the stand after doing this and saying, like the big one that they're going through right now is fluoride in your water. And so the fluoride in your water person from, I don't know, CDC or World Health, I don't know where it was from. You got to go listen to it yourself. Basically is on the stand and he says, it says right here, you know that it decreases the IQ of people and it doesn't really do anything for your teeth, yet you guys promote it anyway. And she said, yes. They have to tell the truth under perjury rules, right? And so he has the legal documents. They are sent back and forth. And he brings them to court and says, you said this. Is that true? And they're like, well, yeah, it's true. It's amazing. If you listen to this guy's podcast episode, maybe it's on YouTube as well. I don't know. But the stuff that they find out, and you're like, how is that even true? That doesn't, it's like the P. Diddy stuff or the Jeffrey Epstein, right? What the hell is going on? All these people are caught in this big old thing, and there's a big scam that's being pulled over everybody, and everyone's got blackmail on them, and they're all doing weird shit because of blackmail or whatever it is that's going on. What? It doesn't make any sense, but yet here it is. We're operating like a fraternity and not a country. This thing right here, guys, if you just had kids and you're wondering about shots or medication, or if they told you should take statins, this last episode he had was on statins, and it said they're finding that it's probably like a 1% help, which is in the standard deviation of error, so it's probably no help, and it causes all these other problems that then you take medication for. So basically, a sick person is great for that industry because they want you sick. So if you can get a child, like they're now saying, I think they were advertising that children as young as 15 should start taking statins to prevent a heart attack that they may or may not have. You're like, what in the hell are you guys doing? How about just exercise and stop eating stupid shit? Crazy. So it's called the high wire, like high as in up, and wire as in like a telephone wire, high wire. Another one is ICAN, I-C-A-N. That one is icandecide.org. Go look those two up. Take a listen. The other's thehighwire.com. It is mind-blowing. You guys, I don't even... I started listening to them about 6 months ago, so I'm way deep inside of their stuff. And again, it's like that book, The Real Anthony Fauci. If Robert Kennedy, when he wrote it, if he lied and slandered, he should be in jail or being sued. But nobody did. If you haven't read that book, holy crap. I didn't read it. I had Audible read it to me. But that stuff is for real. And it went on. And it's just mind-blowing. Like, yes, I love money, but apparently they love money more. Here's the thing that really baffles me too. Some of the greatest capital, this is when you have to wonder, like, what is going on? And I am totally against socialism and communism, except in my own house. But the biggest, like, richest guys in the world are promoting socialism. Why? I don't really know. And communism, why? I don't really know. But you have the richest people in the world, some of them, saying, yes, we should totally go down this road. My guess is really in socialism, you don't equate it. Actually, very few people get super rich. And how do you get more rich? I guess turn the whole world into socialism? I don't know. It's super weird. Why would, what's his name? Warren Buffett? Like, he pushes for socialism. Is it Warren Buffett? It's one of those guys. I'm drawing a blank on who it was. But super rich and pushing for a thing that basically, if he really wanted to make everyone equal, he could take his money and give everyone $100,000 in America. And everyone, I mean, he could do it. He literally could do that. We can't, but he could give everyone $100,000 and he would make it socially equitable or whatever the hell he's trying to do. But he doesn't. He wants to do that with our money because it trickles back up, I guess, to him. I don't know. It is baffling. It is baffling. It's baffling to me when we go see a doctor for Evan's GI disorder, and they said, well, you got here one of three ways. One is what you ate, one is the environment, and one is a disease or like a fungus or what is it? Parasites that live inside you. So, right, those three things, right? And he's like, okay, if my lifestyle got me here, can I change my lifestyle to fix it? And they're like, no, definitely not. No proof of that whatsoever. I'm like, wait a minute. You said lifestyle got me here, but I can't get out of it without a drug. They're like, correct. That's just a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. I am telling you this true. If you play stupid games, expect stupid prizes. If you're going to eat like an asshole, then you're going to be fat and die early. If you're never going to work out, you're going to be decrepit. Feebleness is going to chase you down and win, and you're going to die early. That's it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Weirdly, on the other side, even if you come into this gym and half-ass it, and many people I have told just show up and half-ass it, you're doing more than people do their entire life. All right, Evan's about to walk in here. I'm going to surprise him with some questions. Hold on. All right, that was a fake out. He was loading up his truck. So he'll be coming in here a little bit later. I'll pause this and get him in here to give a quick brief. But anyway, I'm not saying you should believe me in this, nor am I saying you should believe them in this. I'm saying take a listen, and it's interesting. I mean, they're using the legal system to ask the question, and I'm just baffled. Like it was either it was a judge who said something like, "Wait a minute. You're saying it's true?" And the judge was like, mind blown. I don't know. It's fascinating. Now, it could be a set court. It could be like a fake. I don't know. It could all be fake. I don't know. But nobody's getting sued over that, so damn. Okay, so last things I'm going to leave you with. Hey, do something fun. We've got these events coming up. Actually, let me pull all of them up. All right, it's more than just these events, but these are just the ones on top of my head. First one is the Worldwide WOD. We're going to be doing that at the end of the year, gym resolutions. Then we have some races, where some of them are adventure races. You can go through the list at warriorraces.com. And then the other one in Ringgold, Georgia, is kind of a last man standing thing. You do a 2.5 mile loop every 40 minutes, and you just try to keep that going as long as you can. So that's February 22nd. And then I'm going to get a team together for this Ragnar Trail Run, which is similar-ish. You just do like 5 mile loops, or I guess there's 3 5 mile loops. So you can do 1, 2, or 3 of the loops. And then you pass off the baton to somebody else, and you just keep moving. So it's a grueler, but it's just a fun thing to do to show off some fitness, as well as to, I don't know, get out into nature, have some griddle time, just, whatever. Get away from it all. Get off your phones, talk to people. So those events will come up. Make sure you guys have something scheduled out there for fun. The other one is board game night. So I'm going to do, by the time this comes out, hopefully it'll be Monday. And I'm going to go to the Monday night Reformation one, see how that goes. There's also a first Saturday of the month one for Cherokee or Woodstock. And then I'm going to eventually bring one here either to the gym or to our house and be pumping that up. So maybe it'll be a Friday thing. We'll see. Just have to let it grow and see where it marinates. All right, guys. Hey, do something for your health. Don't be an idiot. Maybe that's going to be the title of it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I don't know. It's just amazing to me what we think. Like, I asked some of my friends that are roughly 50, like, hey, at 76, half of the people born in your year are dead, which is us, this group. So half of us should be dead. And they're like, I wonder who that's going to be. It's like, it's us, 50%. So half of us. But they're like, no, it's not me. So it's what they call it, bias tendency or something like that. Anyway, there's something about bias, probability bias, or people can't understand probabilities in their own life. It doesn't make sense to them. All right, guys. Hopefully this made some sense to you. Hopefully there was a piece there that'll push you in a way that will help you be healthier and better. My goal is to help you lay a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finance. I want you guys to be happy, humble, helpful people that are healthy in now as well as in our 90s. Guys, leads, people that are not members, if you're out there, remember Friday evenings is going to be try a class, and I'll be promoting that. Members, if you are welcome to bring anybody you want to the gym for a month. Bring a Friend was great this time around, and you guys asked for, hey, can we do this more often? I'm just going to give it to you as, if you have a friend that you want to bring, just invite them, and I'll figure it out from there. We'll give them a month. They can try us out. If they sign up, I'll referral bonus you. Alumni, if you're out there and you're thinking, hey, I'd like to kind of get back involved, we do have Alumni Week coming up, but if you reply to the email I'm about to send out, I'm going to give 12 of you alumni November and December as a gift from me to you to say thank you. Come on in and enjoy the fun. Everybody else will have a week, but it's our gift to you to just remind you what it's like to work out with friends and have a smart, well thought out program and some motivation. All right, guys, you take care. See you next time.